Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read-through for Tower of God Urek Mazino, the spin-off of Part 13, Ground Game Part 3. Now, I wasn't feeling well, and also was a little bit busy, but I wasn't feeling well Monday through Wednesday, so I didn't get a chance to record this. And I was thinking, it's fine. It's just the spinoff. It's just one chapter. I'll just do a double chapter review or reaction, whatever, next week. I'll just do two next week. But I'm gonna be honest with you. It's Thursday as I'm recording this. I'm gonna maybe try to post this tonight after I record it. I really wanted to read. That's how you know I genuinely really like the spinoff. I didn't even want to wait and do a double reaction next week. Even though this is going to be on a Thursday, I really wanted to read Urek. So yeah, let's read chapter 13. I don't think there's too much more I want to discuss really before getting into it. I mean, we just kind of had the fight last time. I'll be real with you. There's a lot of really cool plot stuff going on in the spinoff, and the fight between Danjon and Urek is one of the things I'm least interested in. I am not as interested in just, Urek's just gonna embarrass the guy, throw some Shinsu and punches around like we've seen last chapter. I'm not as interested in that as some of the, cool stuff that's going on with the regulars and behind the scenes and all that. So that's kind of where I am personally. But I've honestly been recording for an hour already, recording other things, and yet I was like, I just want to read Urek. I was like, do I want to go edit things right now? Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't like editing, but I'm like, do I want to go do that right now, or do I want to read? I want to read Urek. Let's just see what we get. I don't know about that, but you've got the right idea. I am different from you. Also, I've usually been recording these at 9 if I make it on time, but usually I don't record this until 10 or 11 at night. It feels so different recording this just during the day. So I don't know about that, but you've got the right idea. I am different from you. What? You see, I am the light. A little cool, a little cringe. I think it would have been funnier if he did the pose and he just did the same thing that he did to Luzlek, and he just did the pose, I am damn strong. And then we have the Crown Game Part 3. All that Shinsu was coming from him, but he's only a regular. How is this possible? Not even the rankers I fought in the past were capable of doing such a thing. Fill the sphere. Just what are you, Urek Mazino? Fill the freaking sphere. He's forcing it. I hate to admit it, now subdue, but his arrogance isn't entirely unjustified. That Shinsu, it possesses immense power. If it finds its mark, I'll be left with a severe injury. This calls for a change of plans. From now on, I need to fight him as an equal. No more pulling my punches, Mazino. I'll fight you the same way I'd fight any other anchor. Come on, Danjon. Why so serious all of a sudden? Don't tell me you're scared or something. And we have the snakes coming in. Now, I bind it. He squeezes all the Shinsu together. So I wonder then if all of his attacks or most of his attacks will have the snake theme to them, or what the deal will be. I really think that there was a comment I saw of somebody saying that, the Korean fans didn't know, but he said something in the main series, way back in season 2 or something like that, about 10 snake binding, and now we get the reveal of what it means and stuff. But I don't know how true that is, because sometimes comments are just saying shit, and they're just completely wrong. They're just completely off base. There was one comment that was one of the top comments on the chapter a few weeks ago, where they're like, oh, Siu said in a blog post that there were going to be 150 chapters in the spinoff, and Siu doesn't even do blog posts anymore. I tried looking up info on it. I tried looking up info in Korean. I found zero info to corroborate that. So again, that was one of the top comments, hundreds of upvotes, and I don't think it's true whatsoever. I could find no evidence whatsoever of that being true. So maybe comments are just saying shit. We have him charging up. Gah. the dodge now employed by Danjon, and a huge eruption behind him from the attack. He's powerful without a doubt, but his accuracy leaves much to be desired. Who said he's controlling his Shinsu? Darn it, missed again. As far as I can tell, he's just gathering it and attacking mindlessly. It should be easy to take him down by taking advantage of the opening right after the big attack. But he turns around to see it's still just erupting. Don't worry, Danjon. I won't miss this time. Or is that him just bringing it back in? No, I think that's what was behind him? I can't tell. Without those clumsy, disorganized attacks, he's nothing. I think with those clumsy, disorganized attacks, he's nothing. He throws another as Danjon is hoofing it in toward him. Now, I just need to get closer. He's sliding under it seems. And use Shinsu reinforcement to crush him. Like a bug. I got you, Mazino. He grabs him around the waist. Squeezes in. It's so interesting. Danjon's the first, grappler specialist we've seen in Tower of God, really. Can I help you? And he's met the immovable object? What's with the hug, huh? Trying to ask me out or something? He's not even budging? Don't get me wrong, I think you're pretty entertaining, but that doesn't mean I want to be all buddy-buddy with you. I didn't use any Shinsu reinforcement when we were wrestling, but now I'm calling on every last bit of my strength. So why isn't anything happening? Does Urek maybe have some level of, not immunity to it, that's maybe not the right word, but the way Bomb just can sort of ignore certain things, like how Bomb can ignore an opponent's defenses when attacking, does Urek maybe have a similar sort of thing as an irregular, where it's like because of the way Shinsu works, he can just make himself not move. Yo, Danjon, let me clear something up for you. I'm actually a lot stronger when I'm not using Shinsu. Okay, or this is just his base strength as a shining one. Again, I really want to see what his upbringing was like. What was he doing before chasing Phantaminum into the tower? What was the deal, you know? Did he meet Phantaminum many times before? What other foes did he fight? How did he end up like this? He pulls his hands away, doing the pose, kind of. And regular punch. I had it wrong this entire time. I thought Shinsu was his wild card. But he never actually needed it. And he's just wailing on him to defeat me. He's just destroying him while he's down. We have light shining in from above. Watch closely. Okay, he can probably sense that he can probably sense the observer from what's his face, Rahab. Surely he's not looking at me. You're next. Kicks him away. It'd be way cooler if I used Shinsu as my finisher, though. So, one thing I will say, the thought bubbles, at least to me, they've looked kind of similar between Urek and Danjon here, so it's been a little bit tough to see. Well, I mean, it hasn't been tough context-wise to tell who it was thinking, but there hasn't been really too much of a difference to me between the bubbles. What? Come to me. He's pulling in the snakes again. Don't even think about running from this one. 10 serpent bind. Gah! He sent flying. Oh, by the way, there's something else you're missing here. This isn't a fight between a regular and a ranker, or even between equals. I'm just teaching you a lesson. The light, it's blinding. No. And again, while we knew he was going to be OP from the beginning, it's not compelling story-wise. Like, plot-wise, it's like, okay, our character is so strong that he just doesn't have a problem with whatever he's put up against. Not really compelling story-wise. Not really a struggle for Urek or anything. Like, this is fun. I'm enjoying it. But like, it's not like it's, oh man, he's defeating this character that we really want him to defeat, and he's overcoming this obstacle for himself. No, it's just easy. Okay, massive crater here with everything rumbling. I suppose that's just where they're at, and from the impact all the wind is rushing out of it. He shouldn't be able to spy on us here. Okay, he took him in deeper. Who, no, what exactly are you? This is completely unheard of. You're only a regular. I should have crushed you like an insect. What happened here? It goes against every law of the tower. I didn't work so hard to become a ranker. Only for a mere regular to overpower me. He's doing the mere regular thing. Dang it all. Calm down. If it makes you feel any better, I'm pretty sure those laws don't apply to me. What? I came from the outside. The outside? Are you saying you're an irregular? Irregular? What's an irregular? That's a really good face. Irregulars are beings who came from the outside, or who came from outside the tower. Just like the great King Zahard and the heads of the 10 families. Hold on. There are other people who came from outside? Did they ever manage to leave the tower? Leave the tower? Why would anyone voluntarily step into a world full of misery and suffering? Huh? Okay, this is so cool, because this is something we didn't learn in the main series that is like a really cool bit of world building, that Zahard and the 10 families have, their education has made it so that the people inside the tower who would even know about the outside, because a bunch of people in the tower probably don't even know that they're in a tower. They probably don't even know that there is an outside. A lot of people are like, I'm just going to work for 8 hours a day and I'm here to grill. Like, there's a bunch of people that probably don't even know this stuff, but the people who do, like, the education they're given is that outside the tower is just full of misery and suffering. Everyone knows that King Zahard and the heads of the 10 families originally came to the tower to build a space separate from the despair of the outside world. Nobody in their right mind would abandon that hard-won safety. And so many people are living in, like, basically not even slavery, but, like, prisonership. like there are people who were literally born and kept in cages and experimented on for forever. There are people living horrible lives, people that are struggling to make ends meet with like credits and stuff. The tower is a harsh place. So what is their idea? That they're like, yeah man, they built this really nice empire here. The outside world sucks compared to this. And in reality, the tower is kind of shitty itself. Nobody in their right mind would abandon that hard-won safety. This is the hard-won safety? Misery and suffering? Where the hell did you hear that from? Dang it. Basically, you're saying they're still in the tower. Okay, so if the outside isn't full of misery and suffering, though, Urek, why bother going after Fantaminum? Sounds like Fantaminum was kinda based for sealing away the Shining Ones and being like, my jewels now. It seems like Fantaminum was kind of, was Fantaminum right all along? Like, you know, if the outside of the tower isn't a hellhole, why bother freeing them? It's not like there's some, like, great rule of evil, apparently. Is it because they couldn't find a way out? Or because they're not interested in leaving? And I think also there's a chance that there could just be different worlds, like they might not be from the same world. In fact, I would like that more, personally speaking, if the tower is like this universe that exists that people from other universes are getting pulled through the gates into, and Urek's universe is just a totally different universe from Zahard and the Family Heads, or even Zahard and the Family Heads, some of them could come from other universes themselves. I would totally love that. I think that's honestly the best case scenario, because Zahard and the Family Heads being from Urek's universe, it's not that it doesn't make sense, because we don't know enough for it to not make sense, but I don't know, it's a little weak to me personally. Personally speaking, I think that Urek and Phantaminum being from the same universe and having a shared backstory is very, very cool, and you can do that for like 10 family members or family heads and Zahard too if you want, but they could be from a different universe than the Urek and Phantaminum universe. Maybe their universe is despair, so maybe they're right when it comes to their universe. So it all depends. I think, coming from different universes is the best circumstance, in my opinion, though. And why are they lying to people about what's outside the tower? I guess this is just another reason why I need to climb up the tower, climb up to where they are. It doesn't seem like he's lying. Why'd Phantaminum have to lead me into this freaking place? I don't want to be trapped in here forever. If he's actually an irregular, that would explain how he's so powerful. No, there has to be a way out. Pull yourself together, Urek. Yet, unbelievably ignorant at the same time. But this is bad news. If anyone discovers he's an irregular, the entire tower will erupt into chaos. I, again, would love if Donjon ends up being a Urek ally. Yo, Donjon. What is it now? Relax, I'm not going to hit you. I just have another question. Is there if there was, say, a salty smell on the floor of tests, where would that be coming from? He's not supposed to know that. So Donjon does. Okay, so maybe last time where Rahab was like, Donjon's not where he's supposed to be. Maybe Donjon is in on whatever Rahab has planned in a way that the other test directors aren't aware of. An island that smells like salt. Well, what's that? I've never heard of it. Gotcha. I didn't say anything about an island. That's so good. That's so good. See, I've been meaning to ask about that place. I think I caught a glimpse of it when the cruise was flying to the test site. You saw the island? That shouldn't have been possible. So you do know about the island. I was kidding. I never even saw that place. You little. He fell for it twice. Now, tell me everything you know about that island. And why some of the regulars have that weird salty smell. A smelly smell that smells like anchovies. My lips are sealed. Yeah, that's what I figured. Don't worry. I have something that might change your mind. What? Mrs. Bunny? Or Miss Bunny, rather. He pulls it out. You kidnapped her! I knew she might come in handy one day, so when I saw you snuggling with her in your sleep, I snuck into your room and snagged her. Insane work! All right, Miss Bunny. Either your daddy talks, or I blow you into pieces. Leave her alone. And she's not my daughter. What is she, then? She's my... Hold on, Donjon. Before you continue speaking, think about these words. Lover. Oh my god, he did. Urek, you're touching it. The faces are so good this chapter. Okay. Reviewing before I even get to the end. First part with the fight and all. Like I said, the fight was some of the least interesting stuff to me going on, but it was good. It was good. I'm not going to say it wasn't good. But ever since we got in here and we're getting into this lore stuff, we're getting into this deep lore stuff and stuff with the 10 families, the secret island, Donjon's involvement, Urek's character, and also Donjon's character. Like, this has been so good. That's it. You're dead. I don't approve of this relationship. No. He also said no. I'll tell you everything you want to know. Few moments later. It's okay, Miss Bunny. I mean, if it was Anna's bunny, I'd get where he was coming from. But, to each their own. I'm here. I'll keep you safe. Hold on, I need to make a jump cut, Family Guy style, to Anna's Bunny. Give me a second. If we're talking Anna's Bunny, then yes, wood-based. But I'm not so sure. You know, like I said, to each their own. But, you know, Anna's Bunny, definitely, you know, lover tier. Okay, so back to the chapter itself. Hold on, I need to put the filter back on. Okay, I'm here. I'll keep you safe. Is that really the truth, Don John? Of course, I have no reason to lie about it. Just go for the record, and just for the record, I had nothing to do with creating that island. I never liked the idea in the first place. Also, the head director can't know about this. If he finds out I told you, okay, I won't tell him. I mean, I feel like Rahab would know where Urek got the information if Urek acts on the information, and he's going to act on the information. So Urek kind of just has to beat Rahab's ass. That's about the only option. Assuming everything Danjon told me is true, it sounds like the head director is a total scumbag. So they have a murder test island. Again, outside the tower is just despair. Meanwhile, welcome to Murder Test Island. Somewhere deep within the testing site, the bull's nest. Okay, Bull just took Evelyn, I'm assuming? Yep, she has been taken. Again, I still think it'd be super, super cool if she just didn't have a proper, strong enough Shinheo and the queen of the net dolphins came in and became her Shinheo partner or whatever, but it's probably not going to happen because the booba already got censored in the English version, so I don't know if they'll be like, no, too much booba allowed. Like, Evelyn filled the full quota of booba and you can't have any more. There's a bunch of them. Okay. And this is the guy, the bull saved the guy who washed up all bloodied. I mean, didn't really save him, but at least brought him to the nest. And this is cool because she'll be like, hold on, why are you wearing the same shirt as my friend, but backwards? A beach outside the testing area. Okay, we have the guy. We have the gripper shot. the 4K gripper shot. Phew, I can't believe I had to swim all the way here. Guess that's what I get for letting one slip through my fingers. Hopefully, that cursed ascetic. Huh. So they put curses on them. I mean, we know that curses are a thing in Tower of God. Maybe they put curses on them so that they can use them? Weird. Cursed ascetic didn't get very far. I want to get this disposal over with. Weird. Okay. Shout out to the credits here. I'll remove the filter while I'm talking. Killer chapter. Amazing. Wonderful. Can't speak more. I feel like I'm losing my voice though, so sadly I'm not going to be able to record ORV after this. I'll record it and probably do it tomorrow. I'll probably do this tonight. If you're watching this on Friday, it means I didn't. But I'm going to try to maybe post this tonight, Thursday night. So either way, because the thing I recorded before this is like an hour, so I don't feel like editing an hour-long video. I'll maybe post it this weekend or something. If you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought. I mean, there's nothing more I didn't discuss while going through the chapter. I feel like, you know, I did a pretty good job at discussing this one as I went through. Like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you'd like to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks or by sharing around, it's appreciated. If you want to help support the channel and also, you know, help me to continue to make videos, get your name at the end of videos, get One Piece videos a bit early. One Piece Bingo, that is, you can drop you can drop a membership. You can hit join down below to become a member man, I can't speak. Been recording too long. You can hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes. Their link will be in the description to become a patron. I feel like whenever I get to the end, though, whenever I'm in the outro, the autopilot's it's trying to take over hard. It always tries to take over very difficult, and my speaking is always at its worst. So you can become a member or patron for all those things. Thank you to people who are already members and patrons. Thank you to chosen regulars, Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls, J.A., The, D-Ban, and Maru, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pater Deal, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you for your support. Thank you so much, everybody, for supporting, for watching. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time.